초콜릿은 달콤해 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 오렌지는 상큼해 상큼해 상큼해.
I blinked my eyes a lot of times, heaved a deep sigh, multiple repetitions already, and held the woman I thought already gone. I don't wanna let go of her hand. It's really real. This is not a dream, nor hallucination. She's here. Venice is really beside me. And I will kill those four assholes who got the nerves to prank me. Damn, I almost go insane. Muntik na akong maniwala. They didn't know how much I blame myself that time when I heard them say she's gone. Shit. My eyes stirred up because of the emotion. That is freaking heavy for me to handle. Tangina. Namanhid ako at tutulala, and I just let my tears fall down. At wala na akong pakialam if I look miserable that time. It's just that I couldn't bear the pain I was feeling. Akala ko talaga hindi maaagapan ni Oliver ang lason na kumakalat sa katawan ni Venice. Even if I was on the verge of losing consciousness when I was shot, I tried not to. Pinipilit ko dahil gusto kong malaman muna na okay siya, but I failed to do so dahil hinang-hina na rin ako. Bigla akong nabuhayan ng loob when I heard her soft angelic voice kanina. Habang gulong-gulo pa rin ang isip ko, and that my mind was collide with sadness and guilt. She's alive and real, and she's here with me. Sobrang saya ng nararamdaman ko. I really am happy right now. Are you okay? She asked. Kanina niya pa pala ako tinitanong, and my mind went everywhere. I love you, I answered. She smiled. Isa sa mga paborito kong ginagawa niya. Pinaglandas ko ang mga daliri ko sa palapulsuhan niyang may benda. You were hurt again. I look at her neck. At ganun din may bandage ito. Blame the microchips and the asshole behind it. But he's dead, so it's done. We got the justice we've been waiting to get, finally. Umalis na rin kanina pa sila Mom, Sav, Charlize, and Dad matapos maging okay ang lahat. Nang katarantaduhan sinimula nung 4. Kung hindi lang masakit ang mga sugat ko ngayon. At hindi lang ako binungangahan ni Savannah at pagtangkaan na tutusukin ako ng ilang beses. Kung ayaw kong sumunod sa sinasabi niya kanina, ay hahanapin ko sila sa mga lungga nila at ipibitin pati warik. They scared the hell out of me. I stared at her beautiful face. 5 araw din ang lumipas nang hindi nasilayan ang mukha niya. I've missed you. I hug her and kiss her head kahit na masakit ang likod ko. Tagiliran ko dahil sa mga sugat doon. I'm sorry, she said. Napahiwalay ako sa yakap and stared at her eyes. She's about to cry. You don't have to be sorry. I placed my hand on her face, caressed her cheeks. I was really scared, Chiyu. I was scared when I woke up and you still didn't. Cute. Para siyang batang nagsusumbong sa kanyang daddy. Why are you smiling? She asked. Bro arc. Mas lalong lumaki ang pagkakangiti ko. Cute. What's cute? You found it cute? Being scared na malalamang hindi ka pa nagigising at ilang beses nag 50-50? Ano cute dun? She pouted. I laughed. I really missed you, Venice. I hug her again. Kung hindi pa ako nakakaratay dito sa ospital, hindi lang yakap ang magagawa ko ngayon. You know what I mean. And how many times do I have to tell you that none of those things happen? Is your fault. Wala kang kasalanan dahil biktima ka lang din. You were just controlled because of those microchips and serum. Wala kang kasalanan, alright? But, no buts, baby. Can you just say that you still love me even if my face were burst And me being this sick place, when all my life I stood more than Superman because I really felt weak right now. It's my first time admitted in hospital and slept for 5 days, to be honest. It does not feel right. Sometimes even the strongest man alive has its time to feel weak. Ang sabihin mo, you're scared sa needles. Tumawa siya ng mahina, teasing me, I guess. Why would I? I swear, I did my best para hindi niya iyon mahalata. But how come? Shit. This is so embarrassing. I love you kahit takot ka pa sa simpleng karayom. Oh, baby Chiyu, don't worry. Mama is here. You don't have to be scared. She said like a mom. Beautiful. Stop it, Binis. I'm not scared with those little shits. Hindi niya ako pinansin. And she just continued teasing me. Don't wanna scare you, pero alam mo bang may nakabaon sa kamay mo ngayon na karayom? That's when my face turned as white as vinegar. Shit. I know, kaya nga hindi ako tumitingin sa kaliwang kamay ko where Ivy is. Oh damn, how I hate that idea is and how I want to pull it out from my hand. Bakit kailangan niya pang ipaalala yun? Narinig ko ulit siyang tumawa. It's okay, baby. It's just a needle. Just a needle? Well, I prefer a bullet than a fucking needle. Stop, Venice. I'm not afraid. Lies. It's okay if you tell me kung ano pa nga mga simpleng bagay o hayop o insekto ang kinatatakutan mo. Don't be shy at hindi naman mababawasan ang pagmamahal ko sa iyo. She assured. This woman just tasted me and second later made me fall in love with her over and over again. There's only one thing I'm scared of. Aside from needle, which counts as one. Ano pa? Sumimangot na lang ulit ako sa harap niya. She's not gonna stop, is she? Hey, stop! Saway ko sa kanya. Humagik-hik lang ito. Fine. What is it? I'm scared of losing you. She smiled. Mas lalo siyang lumapit sa akin and kissed me. Not gonna happen, mister. I feel like I'm in heaven hearing those. Ang sarap sa pakiramdam. My heart beating fast. I love you so much. And don't fall out of love of me. When I say yes, I hate needles and lizards. Saglit lang siyang naging seryoso. At ayun, she's laughing at me again. And here I am, namumula dahil sa kahihiyan. Alam ko na nasa utak niya. Sa kalalaki kong tao, naturingan pa akong mafia boss. Hindi takot tamaan ng bala, pero sa simpleng karayom at butiki, ay takot ako. Yeah, those were the exact words. What Savannah, who happened to have a filthy mouth, said to me. I am so sorry. Pinunasan niya ang mga luhang namumuo sa gilid ng mga mata niya dahil sa labis na pagtawa. Mabuti na lang at wala ang doktor na si Savannah. Dito dahil wala siguro. Sure may magaganap na contest sa pagtawa. Wala namang nakakatawa, di ba? It's not funny at all. Woman. Lizards, seriously? But anyway, that won't happen to you. Mahal kita at hindi magbabago iyon habang buhay. Oh God. Kahit takot ka pa sa langgam, mahal pa rin kita. She's about to laugh again when she said the last line, but I didn't let her. I sealed her lips with mine. There, she couldn't laugh anymore. Mga walang hiya! Dito pa talaga kayo naghaharutan? Natigil ang ginagawa namin ni Venice when Richie's voice boomed around this room. Bigla ko siyang sinamaan ng tingin. If this asshole thought I forgot about what they did, then he's fucking wrong. I'm gonna skin him alive right now. Harvey. I look at Venice who can't look directly to Richie. Nahihiya dahil nahuli kami. Wala namang dapat ikahiya. She's kissing the hottest and most handsome man like me. Anong problema dun? She's my soon-to-be wife anyway. At istorbo lang ang lalaking to. Nakakadalawang beses na ha, namumuro na siya sa akin. What are you doing here? Napakamot siya sa ulo. Nakita ko ni Doc. Time for your meds daw, boss. Nautusan lang na mauna na ako dito at dalhin tong mga to. May kinausap lang siya saglit, he answered. Tulak-tulak ang isang hospital trolley with medicines. It's okay, baby boy. I'm here. I look at Venice, who's looking at the particular thing that I hate the most in this world. Fuck. Baby boy? Bahala nga kayo dyan. Napahinga na lang ako na maluwag when he stormed out of the room. I can't bear them saying me like a scared little boy kapag itinurok na sa akin ang mga karayom. Shit. For sure, ang mga gagong iyon ay hindi ako titigilan na tutuksohin at aasarin. Ngunit mali ang inaakala ko. The four went inside my room with Sav, my doctor, unfortunately. They were smiling like demons, except Ruchi na naguguluhan din sa inaakto ng kasama niya. Fuck. You called them for a view? Tanong ko sa doktor. Yes. Is there any problem with that? Tanong niya rin. I'm gonna kill you. Banta ko. Whoa. Be careful with your words, baby bro. Alam mo ba, ang kasabihan ko na, huwag kang maggagalitin o asarin ang doktor na may hawak ng syringe. I coped. Beside, they were just want to see another new thing na hindi pa nila nakikita sa'yo. First one was when you cried. Now, I don't know, might as well. I won't spoil them, right, boys? Nagsitanguan naman ang magagago. Nakaready na bang mga cellphone niyo? Tanong ni Doval. Lahat sila ay tinaas ang cellphones. I'm gonna kill you, trust me. Banta ko kahit nanginginig na ako sa takot. Nagka-phobia na kasi ako sa karayom when I was still a kid. I don't know, I just hate injections. At mas lalong nadagdagan ang takot ko when Sav was the one who injects vaccine to me. Knowing this woman, hindi siya isang anghel na doktor pagdating sa akin ever since. She loves to hurt me that way dahil doon lang siya nakakabawi sa akin sa lahat ng pagsusungit ko sa kanya. At nakipagtulungan pa talaga sa apat. Now I'm damned. I just wanna call mom and isumbong sila. But damn it, I'm not a baby anymore. In fact, I can make a baby now if I want to. I felt Venice hold my arm, biting her lip to contain the laugh. You'll be okay. Damn it. Hindi ko mapigilang tumawa and at the same time ay masaktan para kay Gio when Doc Sav inject some medicine sa kanya kanina. Hindi ko talaga in-expect na takot siya sa karayom. Napakalupit ito. Napakasungit, brutal, walang puso kapag may kalaban pero parang naging bata dahil sa injection. I really can't believe it. Oh, Gio. Why are you still smiling? He asked. Naiwanan lang kaming dalawa sa kwarto niya after the show. Lumabas din ang tawang-tawa ang apat. Siguradong kapag hindi lang nakataray si Gio, he'll find a gun and won't mind to shoot them. Pulang-pula ito sa inis at takot sa karayom kanina. Wala, I said. Pinagtatawaran mo ba ako? He asked. Umiling ako. Venice. Banta niya. No, I'm just happy you're finally awake. Ngumiti ako sa kanya. He held my hand and kissed the back of it. How long have you been asleep? Tanong niya. 2 days. Dr. Olivier was so good to treating me and he got rid of the poison in my vein just like that. I was just lucky that I didn't lose my memories because I can afford losing it again now that you're part of it. Totoong napakagaling ni Dr. Olivier. Kung may naimbento man si Franco na ganong serum, ay naimbento naman ni Doc Olivier ang antidote nito as if it was really made for me. Ang sabi niya para sa akin at bago lang na experiment niya. Ang antidote na iyon dahil sa akin. And I was the first one na nakagamit nun. Bakit siya ang una mo nga binanggit kung mayroon namang magagaling na doktor dito sa Pilipinas like Doc Sav? I asked. I still can remember what he ordered to Livy, and that is to find Olivier. It's her forte. He's a best chemist I know. I know he can treat you as fast as he can. At kahit ganun ka poisonous ang gamot na iyon, ay mayroon siyang pangontra doon. Napatango ako. Kaya pala, ilang test lang ang ginawa niya sa akin before, and he said I was free sa poison. Alam mo ba? Parang ikaw din yun masungit. She chuckled. He is. Matagal mo na ba siyang kilala? Tumangaw ito. You guys are friends? Na, we're far from being friends, he answered. If that's so, then bakit sumunod agad siya sa utos mo? May kailangan siya sa akin, he said. Kumunot naman ng noo ko. And that is? Pang-uusisa ko. Bigla akong na-curious. Bakit bigla ka atang naging interesado sa kanya? His forehead creased. Is that jealous? I'm saying his eyes. Wala lang. I can't forget his face. Gwapo kaya ni Doc? Ah, ganon. So you find him good looking, that you can't forget his fucking face. That's why you're asking me about him. Cute. Yeah, I'm loving this. Iniinis ko muna siya. Yeah? Inis niyang tanong. Oo, gusto kong matawa. Why so cute, Chio? May asawa na yun. So? Gusto ko nang humagalpak ng tawa dahil sa pulang-pula na ang mukha niya. Nagpipigil ng inis. Seriously? Do you want to become his mistress? Pfft. Hindi ko na napigilan ang tawa and he glared at me. Of course na, God, Gio. Nagkukupuhan lang ako sa kanya. I won't let you see his face again. Seryoso niyang sabi. Oh, huwag ka nang magselos. Kahit marami pa silang gwapo, you're the only one who looks perfect to me. You're the only one who can make my heart beats like I've joined the marathon. Ikaw lang, Gio. Namula ang tenga niya. Kinilig siguro. You made me fall for you over and over. Kumindat ako. I'm so happy right now. Natapos na. Nakamit na namin ang hustisya. Yung akala kong hindi ko na masisilayan pa ang lalaking katabi ko ngayon ay hindi nangyari. I thought that would be the end of me. Pero nang nagising ako at siya ay hindi pa, that scared me so much. Ilang beses siyang nag-agaw buhay, but at the end, he's here alive at wala na akong mahihingan pa. He can start a new life, a happy one for all of us. Mahal na mahal kita, Gio, I whispered. And I love you even more. Hey, careful. Let me help you. Pinaningkitan ako ni Gio. Kanina ko pa kasi siya sinusuway sa mga ginagawa niya. Kanina pa rin ako onhan sa mga gagawin niya. Kagaya na lang ngayon, he's trying move his shirt para siguro magpalit ng damit pero hindi ko hinayang gawin niya lang iyon na mag-isa. It might cause his want to reopen. He hates what I'm doing at napapangiti na lang ako kasi ganitong-ganito siya sa inaakto ko noong ako ang nasa sitwasyon niya. Now he feels kung ano ang nararamdaman kong inis before. I remove his shirt slowly. Ayokong matamaan ang hindi pa naghihilom ng mga sugat niya sa likod, sa tagiliran at braso. You're making it too hard for me, baby. I felt his body tense, his breathing become heavy, even his voice become husky all of a sudden. Nagtaasan ang balahibo ko sa batok nang maramdaman ko ang mainit niyang hininga doon. I'm just trying to help you, mister, I said. Pero parang mali ang ginagawa kong pagtanggal ng t-shirt na dahil hindi na maalis ang tingin ko sa malapad niyang balikat at matipuno niyang dibdib and down to his perfect six-pack abs. Shit, why is he so perfect? Eyes up here, Venus. Lumunok ako. Damn, he caught me staring at his perfect sculpted body. When I met his eyes, walang sabi-sabing hinulin niya ang mga labi ko. I felt his hand cursing my curves, and I just let my hands encircle sa batok niya. Mas lalo niya akong inilapit sa katawan niya. His tongue penetrated my mouth and tasted everything. Damn, he's so good at kissing. I let out a soft moan na mas nagpapalalim pa sa halik. Parehas kaming habol ang hininga nang matapos ang halik niya. He's giving me now a soft little kisses. He smiled. Look at what you're doing, he whispered. I'm enjoying it, do you? I asked in a whisper too, very much. If only those ones were not restricting me to do more than that. A kiss, then I would gladly to do to honor. Tumawa ko ng mahina. There always a time for that. Sa ngayon, kailangan mo munang magpahinga. We stared at each other na parabang ang mga mukha namin ay isang kakaibang species na ngayon lang nakita. Love, desire, and lust were radiating through our eyes. Tapos sabay kaming tumawa. You want to help me take a bath? Natawa niyang tanong. Namula naman ako. That means seeing him naked. Yeah, soon. Pero sa ngayon, bawal mabasa ang sugat mo, kaya huwag kang atsumera dyan. He pouted. You don't have to do this. Kaya ko. Nope. Whether you like it or not, I'll help you and everything to do. You understand? Pinandilatan ko pa siya ng mata. He kissed my forehead. Okay. Okay, boss. He gave up. Good, I said. Makalipas kasi ang 2 araw, ay nakauwi na rin si Gio. At doon na sa mansyon ng Grims nagpapagaling. And of course, ako ang personal nurse niya. May pupuntahan pala ako after this. Paalam ko habang isinusuot ang damit niya after kong mapunasan ang katawan niya. Where? Pupuntahan ko lang sila mama. I smiled. Matagal na rin akong hindi nakakapunta doon at hindi ko pa nasasabi ang explanation ko sa lahat. Can I come? He said. Kung kontra na sana ako pero nagsalita siya agad. Please. I want to meet them. So, paano ako makakahindi? Sa nilang naubod ng gwapo. Okay, sige. Pero ako ang mag-drive, alright? Tumango siya. Let's go. Ay ako. Total, nakabihis naman na ako. Wait. I'll get something first. Tsaka siya pumunta sa walk-in closet niya. Walang 1 minuto ay lumabas na ito na may ngiti sa labi. Why are you smiling like that? I asked. Pumalibot naman ang mga braso niya sa bewang ko habang patungo kami sa pinto palabas ng kwarto niya. I'm just happy. Napakiti na lang ako dahil ang saya ng mga mata niya. You'll be happier with my driving skills, I said in mind. Slow down! Sigaw niya sa akin dahil sa pagdadrive ko. I'm driving slowly, sabi ko naman. Pero siya ay nakakapit na sa hawakan ng kotse. I love driving cars at ngayon lang ulit ako nakapag-drive dahil mayroon naman akong personal driver lagi kung may pupuntahan. And this is my moment pero parang hindi yata nag-i-enjoy ang kasama ko. Sinisigaw pa ako. Hey, you're gonna get us both killed. Relax, just enjoy the ride. I'm good at this, trust me. Tapos tumawa ko. Venice! What? Isn't it this cool? God, no! Wala na siyang magawa kundi hayaan na lang ako. Mabuti na lang at walang masyadong sasakyan sa daan. I miss this. Naalala ko dati na ganito rin ang reaksyon ni Zaki nang pagbigyan niya akong mag-drive one time and after that, he didn't let me drive ever again. Ikamamatay niya raw. OA lang. Hindi ko pinansin si Gio na parang gusto nang pumikit, hindi pa nga naka full speed eh. Napabuga na lang ako ng hininga nang maihinto ko ang sasakyan. We're here. Yung dating 45 minutes na biyahe ay naging 20 minutes na lang. I've missed this. Pero pagkalingon ko kay Gio ay namumutla ito. You okay? No, damn it. Tumawa na lang ako at lumabas habang naiwan siya doon sa loob at kinakalma ang sarili. Dumiretso ako sa punto nila mama at dada. Umupo ako sa harap ng lapida nila. Hey there lovebirds, I missed you. Nandito na ulit ako and guess what? Naalala ko na ang lahat. Nakakaalala na ako kaya I have now my explanations. Sorry if it took so long bago ulit ako makadalaw sa inyo. Marami lang akong ginagawa at kasama na doon ang paggamit ng hustisya para sa inyong dalawa at para kay Belly. Tapos na mama, dada. Sana masaya at tahimik na kayo kung saan man kayo ngayon. I also wonder if makikita kayo dyan ni Bailey sa langit ngayon. Are you even talking about us? Oo siguro no. About pala sa tanong mo dada kung paano ko nalaman ang paggamit ng baril. Sam Kinsley taught me dahil gusto kong ipaghiganti si Bailey sa mga taong pumatay sa kanya. Sorry kung naglihim ako sa inyo. Sorry kung hindi ko sinabi. But you even actually found out dada. Ano bang hindi mo kayang gawin? I laughed. Lahat na ata kayang gawin ni dada. I'm sorry kung hindi ko kayo naprotektahan that night. It still hurts me kapag naalala ko ang gabing iyon. I miss you so much. Pinahil ko ang mga luhang tumulo. Dada, mama, kilala niyo ba yung pangalawang anak ng Mr. and Mrs. Jason Grimes? I'm sure you do. He's now I was cut off by the man who's standing beside me. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Watson. I'm Jovel Grimes, and I'm your daughter's soon-to-be husband. If she said yes, forgive me kung ngayon lang ako nagpakilala formal sa inyo, but I'm glad and deeply in love with Venice, and I'm here for your blessings. I promise to take care of her, to cherish, to protect, and love her with all my life. I will make her my queen and make her the happiest. Nakatulala lang ako sa lalaking seryosong kumakausap sa mga magulang ko ngayon na para bang kaharap talaga namin sila. He reached my hand at pinatayo ako. May kinuha siya sa bulsa niya, isang maliit na box. He smiled at me before he bent his knees. Nakaluhod siya sa harap ko. Damn, my heart is beating so fast. Namuo ang luha sa mga mata ko. Tumingala siya sa akin at ngumiti ulit. Huminga ng malalim before he started to speak. Venice Italia Watson. Hindi ko na patatagalin pa. You know that I love you so much. In front of your parents and in front of the most beautiful woman that my eyes ever landed on. I wanna say that I want you to be with me for the rest of my life. You're the only sunshine who came to my darkest world. You've changed me. I've never imagined kneeling in front of someone, waiting for a yes until today. Now, I will ask you, will you marry me? Please, make me the happiest man alive by saying yes. Tawa at iyak ang ginawa ko. He's so adorable and sweet. Who am I to say no? Mama, Dada, this is what I'm waiting for. Ikakasal na ako sa lalaking mahal ko. I bend and kiss him passionately habang umiiyak dahil sa sayang nararamdaman ko. Between the kisses, I said, I would love to be your wife. Yes, I will marry you, Jovel Grimes. Tumawa siya at niyakap ako ng mahigpit. He kisses my head. Isinuot niya ang singsing na may malaking diamond sa gitna at pinapalibutan iyon ng maliliit na diamonds. It perfectly fits in my finger. Thank you. He kissed me again. We hug each other tight. Hindi ko inaasahan na he'll propose to me in front of my parents. Para sa akin iyon na ang pinaka-sweet, lovely, and special sa lahat. Oh, how I love this man and I can't wait to live with him for the rest of my life too. I love you, he said. I love you, I answered. Tumingin siya sa paligid ng mga Tumingin siya sa lapida ng mga magulang ko. Thank you, sir, ma'am. Ako na po ang bahala sa anak niyo. Gaano man katigas ang ulo niya, please say to Belly that I finally marrying the woman she talks about. Mararanasan ko pa pala ang maging ganito kasaya sa buong buhay ko. I was scared before to love someone. It's because I don't want to be left again. Paano kung mangyari sa babaeng mamahalin ko ang nangyari kay Bailey? I'd go insane. Mas hindi ko maaalis sa akin ang pag-aalala. Enemies were just around, but I'll do everything to protect my family at ang bubuuin kong pamilya kasama si Venice. Mas mababaliw ako kapag hindi ko naging asawa si Watson. I love her that much that I could give everything to her. Sasamahan at mamahalin ko siya hanggang sa pagtanda namin. I'll replace those bad memories with the good ones. But I won't let her drive a car ever again. Hindi ako mamamatay sa pakikigbabarilan pero mamamatay ata ako sa kaba. How could she even drive like a mad, an expert car racer? Damn, how could she be? Pero kinakabahan talaga ko. Shit, kahit sino sa kanila ni Mayre, Doval, Ruchi at Matthew ay hindi pa nakakapag-drive ng ganun kabilis at kasulid. That's when my breathing back to normal when she stopped the car in front of Delight restaurant. They were all there because I called them for a dinner and told about my wedding proposal. Evan Kinsley is here. I told them to just wait in the restaurant dahil gusto ko kaming dalawa lang ni Venice in front of her parents is just came into my mind. After all, hindi ko pa namimit ang mga magulang niya. I made it simple but memorable. Alam ko naman, kahit hindi niya sabihin ay napaka-importanting maging party sa wedding proposal ko ang mga magulang niya. I guess, tama ko dahil she was so happy a while ago and I know Mr. and Mrs. Watson were happy to watching us. And of course, as well as my little Belly is so happy right now. Sabay kaming pumasok sa Venice at pag-apak namin sa loob ay samot-saring confetti and rose petals ang nagsibagsakan. They were clapping and big smile were plastered on their face. I looked at her and smiled when I saw how happy her eyes were. They're all here, she said, shocked. Tumango lang ako at kinindatan siya. As usual, the doctor came near us first para siyang penguin na nagtatalon sa harap ni Venice at niyakap siya ng mahigpit. Oh my! Oh my! Thalia! Patingin ng singsing, tili niya. Nakikita ko rin na ang kislap at saya sa mga mata ng kapatid ko. She hugged her again. Finally, mag-sister na talaga tayo. Congratulations! Tumawa sila pareho. This is beautiful baby bro. Nice one. She hugged me too. Congrats. Thanks. I smiled at her. I'm really happy right now. Nagsilapitan sila mom and dad. They congratulate us. Tinapik ako ni dad sa balikat. Good job son. I said thanks. Nandito lang ako kapag hinihingi ka ng payo about sa mga misis natin sa tuwing may tantrums sila. He hugged me. I laughed a little. Anong binubulong-bulong mo dyan, Jason? Mom asked. I told him to give us grandchildren agad. Dad answered. Tinapik ko lang si Dad at saka ako tumingin kay Venice na kinausap sila Sav at Liz. I saw her blushed. Cute. Ay, oo tama. Pwede naman apo muna bago kasal. Mom excitedly said. Mom, wag mo muna kaming i-pressure. Sabi ko, lumapit sa akin si Mom and pinched my cheeks. Well then, tara na at Napagplanuhan na ang kasal nang makabuo na kayo agad. Natawa ang lahat. Sunod naman lumapit sa akin ang apat. Yun, galing mo dun boss ha. Excited na ako. Ako best man ha. Levi Doval said. Lol, ako ang magiging best man. Ako ata ang pinakagwapo. Harvey Rucci. Tumigil nga kayong dalawa. Parehas kayong pangit mga gago. Joey Limayre. Inggit ka lang, gurang. Sabay na sabi ni Doval at Rucci. Charles Mateo walked towards me at tinapik ako sa balikat. Congrats, Jovel. Tatahakin mo na talaga ang pagkakaroon ng pamilya. I'm so proud of you, he said. Yeah, I said, pero hindi ko mapigilang ngumiti. Huwag ka nga ngumiti dyan, boss. Baka ikaw ang pakasalan ko. Doval. Nakakabakla. Shit. Ba't kasi ang gwapo mo lalo kapag nakangiti? Bakla ang pupo. Rucci. Selos ka lang. Baby Rucci. Don't worry. Nandyan naman si Matthew. Single pa yan. Gago. Parang first time ko atang mag-enjoy sa kalokohan nila. Word. Or I am just so happy kaya hinayaan ko na lang sila. Si Kinsley naman ang lumapit sa akin. Don't hurt her dreams. I wanted to roll my eyes. Seryoso ba siya? Kahit hindi niya sabihin, alam ko naman. Hurting Venice is the very last thing I would do. Hindi ko siya kayang saktan. She loves pancake and waffles. Make her room painted in mint green, he said. And please trust her driving skills kahit nakakamatay. One of her happiness is driving a car. At dahil sa huling sinabi niya, ay parihas kaming natawa. He gave me a bro hug. Make her the happiest. I know and I will, I said. Lumapit ako sa fiancé ko. I kissed her forehead. Thank you, I said. For what? For everything. And thank you for everything too. I'm so happy, Gio. Thirst escaped from her eyes. Agad ko namang pinunasan iyon. Let's face together all the things that will about to happen. I promise to you not let go for your hand. Pangako na sabi ko na lang. I hug her tight. Ano pa nga ba ang pwede kong sabihin bukod sa mahal kita? She asked. I chuckle. Don't worry, I won't get tired of her hearing those words. Nako, tama na nga ang harutan. Save it sa honeymoon nyo. Please lang, Rucci. Inggit ka lang, Doval. Tama na nga yan at kumain na para makapagplano na tayo sa kasal niyo, Mom. Hindi ka rin excited, Mom, no? Sav. Sinabi mo pa, Mom. Nagkatinginan lang kami ni Venice at napangiti. I won't ask for more. Nasa akin na ang lahat. Pati ang babaeng mamahalin ko habang buhay. I can't wait to walk her towards the aisles. 2 months later. Ilang lalim na hininga ang pinakawalan ko. I am so fucking nervous. Ganito ba talaga kapag ikakasal ka na mamaya? Ilang ulit ko na rin kinabisado ang sasabihin ko mamaya sa harap ng mga imbitadong makapangyarihang taong kilala ko sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Sa harap ng pamilya ko at higit sa lahat, sa harap ng babaeng makakasama ko ng habang buhay. Afraid that I might forget it later. Alam ko namang hindi pa pumapalya ang utak ko ni minsan. I'm confident that I can fully remember that exact words, even all the punctuations written in the piece of paper. Kahit isang basa lang yun. But I can't deny the fact that I'm so freaking nervous. And in result, ay nakalimutan ko lahat ng iyon. Damn it. Ayaw ko masira ang pinaka-importanting araw namin ni Venice. Napatingin ako sa pinto when Sav entered the room in mint green colored long gown. What kind of look is that, Jovel? Natatay ka ba? She asked. Lumapit siya sa akin at inayos ang necktie ko. Don't worry, baby bro. Everything would be fine. I'm so happy. Look at you. Dati, totoy ka pa lang. Ngayon, ikakasal ka na. Pinunasan niya yung luhang tumutulo sa mata niya. Kakainis, sinisira mo makeup ko. Hinapas niya pa ako ng mahina sa balikat. Lakas niyang Manisi, siya naman tong umiiyak kahit wala akong ginagawa. You're still a crying baby, Sav, I said. Oo na, sobrang saya ko lang na makita kang sobrang saya. You've been sad for a very long time. At nagpapakasalamat ako ng marami dahil dumating si Venice sa buhay natin. She brought light, joy, and happiness to our lives, lalong-lalo na sa'yo. I smiled. Yeah. Ano ba yan? Bakit kasi ako kinakabahan? Damn. Natatae ka ba talaga o ano? Go on habang hindi pa tayo nakakaalis. I'm just nervous. Oh my. Yan ba ang sinasabihan mong mamaya? Hindi na rin masyadong prepared, no? Patingin. Iniwas ko yung kamay kong hawak ang papel na naglalaman ng sulat. Actually, hindi ko naman talaga kailangan to, but Doval gave it to me and I guess it helped me a little. Pero dahil mabilis ang galaw ni Sav, she still got it from my hand and she reads out loud. Not sure if you know those, but when he first met, I get so nervous I couldn't speak. In that very moment, I found the one and my life had found its missing piece. Right, that's exactly what I felt when we first met. I was so nervous sa hindi ko malamang dahilan. Kinakabahan kasi baka natuntun na kami ng kalaban o kaya ay isa siyang espiya. Kinakabahan kasi that was the first time I saw a woman who almost lifeless inside my damn car. O kinakabahan kasi hindi ko alam kung ano ang dapat kong mararamdaman para sa kanya. Yes, I didn't know her that time but really felt nervous for her. Paano kung mamatay siya? Paano kung hindi naman pala siya isang espiya? Paano kung hindi talaga siya kalaban at iniisip ko palang napapatayin ang walang laban na babae ay kinakabahan na ako. Yun pala siya ang bubuo sa nawawalang peraso ng buhay ko, ng buo kong pagkatao. It was happiness and Venice is my happiness. So as long as I live, I love you. Will have and hold you. You look so beautiful in white. And from now to my very last breath this day, I'll cherish. You look so beautiful in white tonight. Napatingin ako kay Sav when she suddenly signed it. Sigurado ka bang yan talaga ang sasabihin mo, ha, Jovel Grapes? Tanong niya sa akin habang natatawa na ewan. What? What's wrong? The content of the letter is beautiful and the meaning it's perfectly fits sa kung paano nagkatagpo ang mundo namin. And at the same time, I know that she's perfectly beautiful in white wedding gown right now, kahit hindi ko pa siya nakikita. It's been a week na rin and I miss her so bad already. Anong katarantaduhan na naman ang pumasok sa isip mo, ha? Huhulaan ko. Nagpatulong ka ba sa paggawa niyan? Vow mo doon sa 4 mong unggoy? She asked. Okay, she's back to her festy mount. At ano bang problema doon? Sa binigay ni Doval, hindi ko siya maintindihan. Dov, anong kaguluhan ang nangyari dito? Bakit ka sumisigaw, Savannah? Mom asked nang nakapasok siya sa kwarto kasama si Dad. Mom, turuan niyo nga makinig yung music si Jovel. Gosh, ka-stress ha? Bahala nga kayo dito. Dadalawin ko lang yung bride at tatanungin kong hindi man lang ba siya magdadalawang isip na pakasalad tong lalaking walang sense of music. Don't you dare, Sav, I warned. Doon ako biglang natakot. What if magdalawang isip nga si Venice? Then, don't fucking say that lyrics of a song entitled Beautiful in White by Shane Fellan in front of her and say something coming from your heart, Jovel. Kaloka. Sigaw niya bago siya lumabas ng pinto. What your words, Savannah? Sigaw naman sa kanyang pabalik ni Mama. Narinig kong humalakhak si Dad sa tabi ko. Binabasa niya rin pala ang nakasulat sa papel. Seriously? Anong nakakatawa sa nakasulat doon? Tsaka ko lang na-realize yung sinabi ni Sav na lyrics ng isang kantang nakasulat doon. Damn, Doval. Muntik ko na sana siyang bigyan ng parangal dahil may matino siyang naitulong. I've been memorizing that shit for how many hours now. Tapos malalaman kong lyrics lang ng kanta. Tinapik ako ni Dad sa balikat. Your sister is right, son. It would be better if you say something to hear that came from this. Tinuro niya ang dibdib ko. Puro talaga kalukuhan ang apat na yon. This is the song that your father sang to me sa reception when we were asked to have first dance as husband and wife. Then they look at each other as if they went back to the time sa sinabi ni Mama na sumaya sila at kinakanta iyon ni Dad. Damn it. I almost embarrassed myself in front of everyone. Malay ko ba kasi nakanta ang sinulat nila sa papel na iyon. Let's go. Are you ready, Jovel? Mom asked. Ikakasal na ang baby ko. She's about to cry when Dad stopped her. Yes, Mom, just a bit nervous. I felt the same before, son. Pero it'd be all worth it. You can do it, prepared or not, Dad said. Tumango ako. Great. Lahat ng oras na nilalaan ko, kabisado ko ang lyrics ng kanta na iyan ay nasayang and now hindi na ako prepared. But, well, ang isang katulad ko ay maraming nakareserba nga sasabihin lalo na kapag si Venice ang pag-aalayan ko nito. Easy. Or, so I guess. I took a glance in the mirror once again. Halos hindi ako makapaniwala sa nakita kong reflection. There was a woman, a beautiful woman indeed, with just a right amount of makeup on her face that enhanced her facial features. Her hair was curled. Mayroon ding nakatali patalikod, enough to let them see her face, side view, and of course, different kind of little white flowers na ginawang corona ay nakapatong sa nakaipit niyang buhok. The veil was already in her head, pinned to her hair. Ako ang nasa refleksyon na iyon. Kasal ko na pala ngayon at walang kasing saya ang nararamdaman ko sa mga oras na ito. Anytime ay sasabog na ako sa sobrang saya. I was wearing a white off-shoulder ball gown na napupuno ng iba't ibang klase ng crystals na kumikinang whenever it hits lights. It was made by a well-known fashion designer na kinukuha pa nila sa ibang bansa. I look like a princess. Just I imagine when I was young, ganitong-ganito ang gusto kong maging suot ko sa araw ng kasal ko. Mama, Dada, ikakasal na ako. I know you're watching me right now. Alam kong nasa tabi ko lang kayo sa araw na ito. I smiled again. Ang ganda-ganda talaga ni Mrs. Cranes. Perfect. Tili ng makeup artist. Thanks, sabi ko at ngumiti. Ready na ba ang bride? Napalingon ako sa maid of honor ko. She was beaming. Kinakabahan ako, Ate Sav. I honestly said. Ganito ba talaga kapag araw ng kasal na? Nako, just be yourself, Italia. You look so perfect. Oh my. Hinawakan niya ang magkabilang nanlalamig kong mga kamay. Ngumiti na lang ako sa kanya. You look so beautiful in white. Sabi niya ulit tapos natawa siya na parabang may naalalang nakakatawa. Thank you, ate. Ikaw din in mint green. Sabi ko. She wears a mint green flowy long gown. Iyon ang pinili kong kulay sa gowns and motif ng buong kasal dahil favorite color ko ang mint green. Pabasa nga nang sasabihin mo, mamaya, baka naman lyrics din ang kanta niyang naloko na, sabi niya. Kailangan pa ba yun? Tanong ko. Ang nasa isip ko pa naman kanina, ibahala na kung ano ang sasabihin ko kaya hindi na ako nagsulat. Na I'm just making sure baka kasi lyrics ng kanta ang naisulat mo. I've already have one in my head, ate, at hindi naman yung lyrics ng kanta. Tumango-tango siya. Good, good. Let's go na? Tumango ako. Hinawakan niya ang dulo ng gown ko, tapos bigla namang may humawak sa kamay ko at pinaikot iyon sa braso niya. I smiled. Zaki, you look so beautiful, Vinny. Thanks, Dad. I joke. Naglalakad kami pababa ng hagdan. I was in our house. Tapos si Gio, nasa mansyon nila Ate Sav. We haven't seen each other for a week now. Hindi ko kasi alam na napaka-tradisyonal nila at niluwala sila doon sa bawal mo na magkita ang groom and bride bago ang mismong kasal. I miss him already. Pero ngayon na makikita na kami, kinakabahan naman ako. Relax, Ate Sav and Zaki said in chorus. Nasa limousine na kaming tatlo at alam kong naririnig nila ang mga buntong hininga ko. Ngumiti na lang ako. This is it. Nang makarating kami sa harap ng simbahan, ay lumabas na sila Ate Sav at Zaki tapos ako ay naghintay muna ng ilang minuto bago ako sinundo ng organizer at pinapwesto sa harap ng nakasaradong double doors na simbahan. When the doors opened, it's my cue to walk slowly and so I did. And the background song started to play, a perfect song for this perfect day. Mabagal at literal na manunuot sa isip at puso ang lyrics ng kanta. From this moment, life has begun. From this moment, you are the one. Right beside you is where I belong. From this moment on. Kung hindi ko lang momento ay nagtatalo na ako sa ganda ng decoration ng simbahan. Majestic, beautiful, and perfect. I wanted to cry while I'm walking. Binigyan niya lang naman ako ng napakagarbong kasal na hindi ko alam na nag-exist pala sa mundo. Inilibot ko ang tingin ko sa mga taong nakatingin at pinapanood ako habang lahat sila ay nakangiti. Others are crying. From this moment, I have been blessed. Lumapit sa akin si Zaki. Pinaikot niya ulit ang kamay ko sa braso niya. Tapos ngumiti siya sa akin ng sobrang lapad. Wala naman sila mama at dada sa tabi ko habang naglalakad. I'm still happy that Zam Kinsley was here para samahan ako. I live only for your happiness and for your love. I give my last breath from this moment on. Be happy and live happy with him, my best friend and now my daughter. I heard him say, Opo, Tay. Thank you for being there with me. We laughed a little. Hays, buti na lang at medyo natanggal ang kaba ko. You're welcome, Vinny. We continued walking and finally, my eyes landed on him. Damn, he looked so perfect in that cream-colored three-piece suit. He was staring at me with full of love on his eyes. He's also teary-eyed at tinabig siya ni Charles para abutin ng tissue. Napangiti tuloy ako habang naiiyak na rin ako. Na-miss ko si Gio. Tapos ngayon nagkita na ulit kaming magiging mag-asawa na kami. I give my hand to you with all my heart. I can't wait to live my life with you. I can't wait to start. Naglakad na kami ulit kasi nga I can't wait to live my life with him. You and I will never be apart. My dreams came true because of you. Siya lang pala ang tutupad ng mga pangarap ko. Nang makalapit na kami sa naghihintay na sila tito and tita na magiging mom and dad ko na rin, ay bumiso sila sa akin pareho. Tita was crying, Ate Sav as well. From this moment, as long as I live, I will love you. I promise you this. There is nothing I wouldn't give from this moment on. That moment nang binigay ni Zaki ang kamay ko kay Gio, ay hindi ko na mapigilang umiyak. Pero pinunasan ko naman agad. Hindi pa nga tapos ang kasal ay magulo na ang makeup ko. Pero kasi nakakaiyak dahil sa sobrang tuwa at sayang nararamdaman ko. I can't help it but to become so emotional sa araw ng kasal ko. Smile, Venice Italia Watson creams, he said, and kissed my hand. Napangiti na lang ako dahil sa sinabi niya. Tumango ako at nagsimula na kaming maglakad patungo sa harap ng altar. Sobrang bilis at lakas ng tibok na puso ko. You're the reason I believe in love, and you're the answer to my fears. From up above, all we need is just two of us. My dreams came true because of you. Nakarating kami sa harap ng saktong patapos na ang kanta. I will love you as long as I live from this moment on. Hi! Napatawa kaming lahat dahil sa intro ni Gio. He's nervous as I am. Trust me, I've been memorizing the letter that Duval gave me. Huli na ma-realize ko ang isa pala yung lyrics ng kanta. He explained, malakas na tawa ang narinig namin galing sa apat. Pati tuloy ako natatawa rin. Kaya pala Ate Sav made sure na hindi lyrics ng kanta ang sasabihin ko ngayon. Anyway, Venus Italia Watson, just like the lyrics of that song, you look so beautiful in white. And for also as long as I live, I love you. It won't change no matter how hard-headed you are. Hahabaan ko ang pasensya ko. Iintindihin kita ng buong puso, and I will never hurt you. I can't wait to face the future with you, her by my side, pati na rin ang buuin nating pamilya. I promise to be the best, the kindest, the most responsible, lovable, and the most handsome husband you could ever have for the rest of your life. Everyone said, "Whoa! Venice, I love you so much." At wala na akong ibang hangad kundi ang pasayain ka habang nasa tabi kita. I'll take care of you. At hanggat kasama mo ako, I promise that no one would ever hurt you. I am so happy that ilang minuto na lang ang hinihintay ko matatawag na kitang asawa ko. Suminghot-singhot na ako sa harap niya. How can he be so sweet like this? I, Jovel Grimes, take you, Venus Italia Watson, to be my wife, to have and to hold. You from this day forward, for better, for worst, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. Walang korap at diretsyong tingin niya sa akin habang sinasabi ang mga huling linya. Sinuot niya sa akin yung singsing bukod doon sa engagement ring. Isa sa mga singsing na ito ang pinakamaganda sa mata ko. He kissed my hand again at pinunasan ang luha ko. And now it's my turn. Gio, back when we first met, hanggang sa unti-unti kitang nakilala, wala akong ibang description sa'yo kundi masungit, diddly, seryoso, pero hindi ako na-inform na may taglay ka palang sweetness sa buto mo. I smiled habang ang audience ay natawa. I heard him whispered, "Only to you, Mrs. Grimes." At sa tingin ko, namula ang pisngi ko. You were my savior back then until now. Gio always remember that ikaw at ikaw lang ang mamahalin ko habang buhay. Our life has just begun as husband and wife at kahit anumang pagsubok ang dumating sa atin, mananatili ako sa tabi mo at sabay nating harapin lahat ng iyon. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for everything you did. Bumalik sa akin ang lahat-lahat ng masasayang alaala kasama siya. You'll always be my happiness. Let's make more happy memories together. At sa bagong kabanata ng ating kwento, pangako, nandito lang ako. Would fall for you over and over again, at mas lalo kitang mamahalin as time goes by. He smiled habang pinunasan din ang luha niya. He's so cute. I, Venus Watson, take you, Jovel Grimes, to my husband, to have and to hold you from this day forward, for better, for worst, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. I split the ring to his finger. I now pronounce you as husband and wife. Everyone clapped their hands at naghihiyawan. Ang iba ay nag-iiyakan, pero ang puso namin dalawa ang naririnig ko nga tumitibok sa sobrang saya. You may kiss your wife. We smiled at each other. Inangat niya ang belong puti ko, wiped my tears, and began to kiss me. I close my eyes and savor the moment. It's our first kiss as husband and wife. I love you, wife. Mrs. Grains. I love you more, asawa ko. Humalakhak lang kami pareho. Humarap kami sa kanilang lahat and they still clapping. Yung apat sumisipol. Ako na siguro ang pinakamasayang babae sa araw na ito. Nasa reception na kami at mas nagulat ako sa dami ng bisita. Iba't ibang lahi, came from wealthy family, pero wala akong nararamdamang takot dahil alam ko namang secured lahat. Gabi na pero marami pa rin bisita at busy sila sa pagkain o kaya sa kwentuhan nila. Marami na rin nagko-congratulate sa amin. Calling me Mrs. Grimes ay napakaganda sa pandinig ko. Gio didn't let go of my hand. Hinalikan niya ito o kaya pinipisil ng mariin. And now, let's all witness the first dance as husband and wife. We may call on Mr. and Mrs. Jovel Grimes, sabi ni Mom. Ngumiti kami pareho at naglakad patungo sa harap. The song started to play. Naging dim ang ilaw. I put my hands on her shoulder. Tapos yung mga kamay niya ay nakapalibot sa bewang ko. Are you tired, Mrs. Grimes? He asked. How can I kung ikaw ang nabibigay ng energy sa akin? He laughed a little. Good to know that dahil marami pa tayong dapat gawin. Sigurado akong alam ko kung ano ang tinutukoy niya. I felt my cheeks turned a bit red. How about you? Naiinip lang. Naging madami ang kasama naming nagsasayaw. Nakita ko sila Mom and Mr. G habang nakangiti sila sa isa't isa. As well as Ate Sav and Joey. Pati na rin ang kunot noong si Charles at ngiting-ngiting si Levi. Si Charles at Harvey also dancing with their girls I didn't know. We have all the night, Gio. Tapos tumawa ako. Anyway, I wanna do something for you right now, he said. What it is? Hindi niya ako sinagot pero kumindat siya. He threw his hand up, tapos may lumapit sa kanya at binigyan siya ng microphone. Kinuha niya ito gamit ang isang kamay habang ang isa ay nanatili sa bewang ko. Biglang napalitan ang tugtog ng music that I'm very much familiar of. Then he started to sing a -1 na lang ang piniplay while we continue dancing. When the vision around you bring tears to your eyes and all that surrounds you are secrets and lies, I'll be your strength. I'll give you hope, keeping your faith with its gun. The one you should call was standing there all along. Pinaikot niya ako tapos niyakap ako patalikod. And we still dancing habang kumakanta pa rin siya. And I will take you in my arms and hold you right where you belong till the day my life is through. I promise you. This I promise you. Pinaharap niya ako habang titig na titig siya sa mga mata ko. I feel like I'm going to cry again. He was a very good voice and it was my first time hearing him singing. He sings for me. I'll love you forever and lifetimes before, and I promise you never. Will you hurt anymore? I give you my word. I give you my heart. This is a battle we've won, and when this vow forever has now begun. I hug him tight while we're dancing slowly. Just close your eyes each loving day. I know this feeling won't go away. Every word I say is true. This I promise you. This I promise you. Over and over I fall when I hear your call. Without you in my life, baby, I just would not be living at all. And I will take you in my arms and hold you right where you belong. Every words I say, it's true. This I promise you. Every words I say is true. This I promise you. This I promise you. He kissed me a long one after he finished the song. "Let's go out of here, wife," he said. "I would love to," I answered. Hinila niya ako at wala na kaming pakialam sa mga bisita namin na naiwan. Maybe it's time for us to have our own time. Yung kaming dalawa lang. Nang makaalis kami sa reception, nagtungo agad kami sa bahay niya katapat ng bahay namin na pink dito sa isang exclusive subdivision. I didn't know about his mansion here. Ngayon lang talaga. Though, nakita ko na ito when I was living in my parents' house. Hindi ko lang talaga naisip na nasa kanya pala talaga ang kulay abo at puting mansion sa harap ng mismong bahay namin. I never knew I live in this house with you. I built this house just to have my own. Iyon naman pala ay may purpose talaga kung bakit na ipatayo ito. And that is to really have a family with my own. At dito sa bahay na to tayo titira. Our new home. Those were the exact words he said. Habang pinagmamasdan namin kanina pareho ang mansion mula sa labas. Kinikilig ako masyado na hindi ko na nagawang magsalita pa. I was smiling from ear to ear. Couldn't stop my heart from thumping fast and loud. Sa bawat minuto pagkatapos kaming ikasala kanina ay mas lalo ko siyang minamahal. "Thank you," I said, biting my lip. I just couldn't find words on how I am going to say that I'm the luckiest woman alive because of Jovel Grimes. I couldn't speak much more because of overwhelming happiness and that I am so thankful for him, for everything. I just hugged him tight and then he carried me bride style while making our way inside. Inilibot ko ang tingin ko sa kabuuan ng bahay and it was really big. Napakaganda ng arkitekto nito mula sa labas hanggang sa loob. Hindi ko na masyadong nakita ang bawat disenyo o detalye dahil dinala na ako ni kaagad ni Jovel sa itaas. We went inside the room that is so wide and big, painted with white and dim lights in every corner were switched on. It gives a perfect romantic ambience. My face heated up. Mas lalong kumabog ang puso ko. "Why are you blushing too much, Mrs. Grains?" Mrs. Grains. I can't help but to smile. Napakagandang marinig iyon. Ibinaba niya ako pero nakahawak pa rin siya sa baywang ko. Hindi ako makatingin sa kanya ng diretsyo. Bigla akong tinubuan ng hiya. Tapos na ang kasal namin. We are already in his house, our new home. Nasa kwarto kami ng kaming dalawa lang. Is this the right time too? You know, the usual thing that a newlywed couple must do. I felt my cheek heated up even more. He gave me a throaty chuckle. Mukhang nabasa na naman niya ang iniisip ko. He kissed my head. "You're so cute. Did I tell you about that?" Damn, I don't know what to say. Ano nga ba ang dapat kong gawin? I'm already 23, but still acting like a teenager in front of my crush or something. Nagmanali kaming makalayo sa mga tao kanina para makapagsulok kaming dalawa lang. But now that we're alone in this house, tsaka pa ako nahiya. He lifted my chin. Hinuli niya ang tingin ko. "Venice, come on. Huwag kang mahiya. Mag-asawa na tayo." He laughed a little. He gave me a quick kiss on my lips. Niyakap at bumulong. "You must be tired and hungry. Go take a shower and I'll prepare something to eat for the both of us. Para may energy tayo later for the rest of the night." He added and winked at me. Sasabog na ata ako sa kaba, hiya, kilig at excitement. I don't know, I couldn't find the exact words I am feeling right now. Halo-halo, madami. I cleared my throat. I smiled. "Make it fast then." Lakas loob kong sinabi to, lighten up the atmosphere a bit. He licked his lips and pursed them after. "Or huwag na lang kaya ako magluto. I can't wait." We both laughed. Hinampas ko siya. Sira. Lakad ka na and look at me. Kailangan ko pang maglinis ng katawan dahil sa makeup. What? You look gorgeous, wife. Just perfect in my eyes. Pero, basta. Kailangan mo nang makapag-shower man lang ako. Tinulok ko siya papalapit sa pinto. Laters, baby. Okay then. Humalik na naman siya sa akin. He was about to go outside when I realized my gown. May zipper kasi ito sa likod at hindi ko ito mabuksan. Wait, Gio. Agad siyang lumapit ulit sa akin. Did you change your mind? Pwede na? Napailing na lang ako. Mukhang excited talaga. Hindi na makapaghintay. No, can you pull down the zipper of my gown? At the back, please? Hindi ko maabot. Tumalikod ako sa kanya. I heard him cursed. I can just strip this off. No, sayang. I smiled again. Hay nako, Juvel. Wala naman siyang nagawa kundi sundin na lang ang utos ko. I bit my lip nang tumama ang kamay niya sa likod ko. Naramdaman kong bulta-bultahing kuryente. You're torturing me, he said in a husky voice. Lumuwag ang gown ko and I just felt him kissed my shoulder and my nip and said shiver down to my spine. Humarap ako sa kanya at nginitian. Thank you, asawa ko. Tapos ay nagmadali akong tumalikod at naglakad habang hawak ang gown ko para hindi ito tuluyang mahulog sa sahig. Sexy back, hitis at sinara niya na ang pinto. Nakahinga naman ako ng maluwag. Grabe, feeling ko sasabog na ako sa init. Hinayaan ko na lang mahulog yung gown ko sa sahig and put it on the sofa. Ngayon ko lang din napansin ang mga white and red roses petals scattered sa buong kwarto, pati sa kama meron. Ang romantic. Did he prepare this too? Hindi ko maiwasang mapangiti dahil sa kilig. Ganito pala ka-sweet and romantic ang isang Juvel Creams. Nagtungo na ako sa banyo. I took a bath. Nagbabad sa bathtub that's full of bubbles. With essential oils for how many minutes? I scrub all parts of my body as well. Halos nagamit ko lahat ng bath essentials na nasa social na banyong ito just to make myself very clean. So soft and smooth and really smells good. I brush my teeth twice, gargle using a mouthwash. Para kung baliw, masyado ata akong prepared. This is the first night we'll be together as husband and wife. Also, this is our night, our special night. I blow-dried my hair at sinuklay ito ng maayos. Pagkalabas ko ay nandoon na si Juvel sa kama, naghihintay. Nakaligo na rin siya at nakapagpalit na ng damit. Samantalang ako, naka-bathrobe pa. There's no cloth beneath. Wala akong damit na pwedeng isuot kahit undies man lang. Damn. You took almost 2 hours inside. I bit my lip. I know. I cleared my thought again. Mabagal lang ako maligo. I said half lie, half truth. Mabagal ako maligo pero mas binagalan ko talaga ngayon. Malamig na ang dinner natin. I went near him, gripping my robe tightly kahit na nakabuhol naman ito ng maayos. Hindi ata ako makakakain kahit na hindi naman kami pareho kumain sa resepsyon dahil sa mga bisita and programs at sa pagmamadaling magkaroon ng oras sa isa't isa. Hindi ko rin maramdaman ang pagod o antok dahil sa nararamdamang kaba at kung ano-ano pa dahil dito sa honeymoon namin. It should be tomorrow in the afternoon ang flight namin patungong Greece para doon mag-honeymoon. But we're here and there's nothing wrong with that. I-extend na lang namin sa Greece ang kung ano mang mauumpisahan namin dito. Mas special nga kapag dito sa bahay niya, una namin gagawin yon. I bit my lip. He reached my hand at iginaya niya ako sa sala ng kwarto. Nasa coffee table ang pagkain naming hinanda niya. Gio, ay, kumunot ang noon niya. Sasabihin ko pa naman sayang wala akong damit pero hindi na rin ata kailangan yun sa ngayon. Wait, what? I love you. Sabi ko na lang, lost for words. He cupped my face and looked directly into my eyes. I love you more kahit na pinaghintay mo ako ng matagal. I smiled, feeling the butterflies in my stomach. I mouthed, sorry. Let's eat our dinner. I cut him off by kissing him. Saglit pa siyang natigilan. He smiled afterwards habang magkalapat pa rin ang mga labi namin. Then, he's now in control. It was slowly and sweet at first hanggang sa naging mainit at mapusok ang halik namin sa isa't isa. He bit my lower lip. That made me moan. He took the time to enter his tongue inside and explored my mouth, tasting everything there is. Mas lalo akong nakaramdam ng init kahit na may aircon naman. His hands were caressing every curve of my body, my arms just encircled on his neck, pulling him closer to dip the kiss. Hinawakan niya ako sa baywang at mas lalong inalipit sa kanya. I felt his hardness poking my tummy. Kahit na nakasuot siya ng sweatpants. Naramdaman kong tinanggal niya ang pagkabuhol ng roba ko. Inalis ito at nahulog lang sa paanan namin. He stopped kissing me. We're catching breaths. Tapos ay tiningnan niya ang kahubdan ko. Nag-init ang pisngi ko dahil sa ginawa niya. Damn, you're wearing nothing underneath that robe? He said, his eyes full of fire, love, desire, lust, and amazement while looking at me, fully naked. I have nothing to wear. Pagkatapos ay binigyan niya ako ng nakalulokong ngiti. He kissed me again. Don't worry, hindi mo naman kailangan magsuot ng kahit na ano. And I'd love to see you naked, Mrs. Grimes. He said sa parang nakakapaos na boses. His kisses were trailing down to my neck and back to my lips again. Binuhat niya ako without breaking the kiss hanggang sa makarating kami sa kama. Sabay kaming napahiga. He was now on top of me. You're so beautiful, Venice, and you smell divine. He said between kisses. I'm happy to hear that. Bumaba ang kamay niya nga nasa gilid ng leeg ko. I moaned when he cupped my mouth and massaged it gently. Oh God. Mababa palalo ang halik niya until his lips reached my left mountain. Napalayad ako when he sucked it while his one hand was playing with the other. Giyu. I moaned in pleasure. Hindi ko alam kung saan ko ibabaling pa ang ulo ko. Matindi ang nararamdaman kong init, sarap at kung ano-ano pa ngayon ko lang nararamdaman hanggang sa ang isa pa niyang kamay ay naglandas patungo sa gitna ng mga hita ko. He touched me down there. I bit my lip to suppress the moan but the feeling was too much. Mahigpit akong napahawak sa matigas niyang braso. Bumaba pa rin ang mukha niya, leaving soft kisses on my tummy, on my navel hanggang sa makarating ito sa puson ko. It sent me an unexplainable feeling. Something's building up inside me. He spread my legs wider. He stirred at the heart of my femininity for a while that made me blush even more. Why is he even doing that? Mas lalo atang uminit ang temperatura ko. And then he lowered down his face. Mas lalong lumakas ang ungol ko. Giyu. He's now kissing me. They're licking and sucking me. I have a deep breath, moaned and sigh. He inserted one finger na siyang ikanasinghap ko. Napasabunot ako sa buhok niya, sunod-sunod na ang malalakas na ungol na kumakawala sa bibig ko while thrusting his finger inside me. His mouth and finger are working expertly, pleasuring me down there until my legs trembling and reached my first orgasm. Damn it, Gio. That was freaking wonderful. I'm out of breath. He stood up and stripped everything he's wearing off. My eyes went wide when I saw his nakedness. He has a perfect toned body. Ang sexy. My eyes darted to his long and thick sharp na buhay na buhay. My jaw dropped. He's so huge. Like what you're saying, wife? I nodded unconsciously. Damn, you just smirk. He curled back into the top of me, kissing me again, ravishing my lips. I returned the hit he's giving me, following his peace, while his hands cupping my bosom, massaging and playing with them. I felt his member and my entrance. We both moaned because of that contact. My heart was pounding fast. Napalunok ako. This is my first time doing it. Baka akala niya, hindi. I mean, because of what I've been through. Gio, I have to tell you something, I said, gasping. But he kept on kissing my neck, leaving marks. What? His hoarse voice was so sexy. Lumipat ang mga labi niya sa labi ko. Be gentle, please. He stopped on what he's doing and looked at me. Nakapatong ang noo niya sa noo ko. He smiled. I don't know what's that for. Tumango siya na para bang naiintindihan niya agad ang gusto kong sabihin. Okay, baby, he said, holding the side of my face and caressing it. I'll be gentle. He kissed on me, on my forehead, down to my nose as he slowly thrust this member inside me and I yelled in pain. I closed my eyes tight. Bumaon ang kuko ko sa likod niya nang maramdaman ko ang kirot dahil doon. I love you so much, he whispered before kissing my lips again to divert my attention on the kiss and not in the pain. And he finally penetrated his whole sharp inside me, filling me in. He moaned and cursed. Hindi ko napigilan ang pagtulo ng luha ko dahil sa sakit. It feels as something inside just broke. He wiped my tears away, still showering my whole face with his soft kisses. Hinihintay niya muna akong maging okay until he moved back and forth, still in a slow pace. The pain subsided at napalitan ito ng masarap na pakiramdam. It made me want for more. I encircled my legs on his hips. It was his cue to move faster. And so he did. He thrust fast and deep inside me. Moans, groans, and joyous curses filled the room. May namumuo na naman sa puson ko. As he kept thrusting hard, napayakap ako sa kanya ng mahigpit at napasigaw. When I reached the climax for the second time, he kept on thrusting faster, deep, and hard. He let out a loud and long moan, and hot seeds exploded inside me. Parehas kaming hinihingal at pinagpapawisan. Tumitig siya sa akin at masuyo niya akong hinalikan sa labi. Mahal na mahal kita, Venice Italia Watson, Grimes. I smiled. Hinawakan ko ang mukha niya. I love you too. Hinalikan niya ako ng ilang beses sa noo and he lay down beside me, hugging me tight under the comfort covering our body. Thank you. For what? I asked. He kissed my forehead and shoulder. For the best dinner I've ever had. Tumawa siya ng mahina. Sira. I also laughed. Tsaka ko na lang din naalala na hindi naman namin nakain yung dinner na niluto niya. I'm expecting a little one after 9 months. I looked up at him. Does he mean a baby? Let's see. Galingan mo pa. I choke. Hey, didn't my performance satisfy you? Namula ako sa tanong niya. He was great. Alright. It was mind-blowing great. Of course. Napailing-iling na lang ako at ipinatong ang ulo ko sa dibdib niya. I hugged him tighter. We will fill this house with our little ones. I whispered to his ear and kissed his cheeks. I would love that. He replied, smiling. I cupped his face and kissed him. Thank you for saving me. Israela Belly, is the cake ready? I asked my 5-year-old daughter who was busy kanina baking the cake kasama ang cook ng bahay to guide her. She loves to bake. Talent niya ang pagbe-bake. Ngumiti siya ng pagkatamis-tamis kahit na may mga powder pa sa mukha at chocolate. Mommy, lower down you boys. Dada might heal. She even put her index finger to her small lips. Okay, sweetie, I'm sorry, I whispered at tumawa na lang ng mahina. Nagpe-prepare naman ako ng kakainin namin. Napatingin naman ako sa likod when someone hugs me. Napangiti na lang ako. Our prince just woke up. Good morning, baby. Niyakap ko siya at hinalikan sa pisngi. Mom, I'm not a baby anymore. Pagsusungit niya, tumawa na lang ulit ako ng mahina. Naku, he's still my baby. They still are. Bakit, Geov? Israel, may crush ka na ba? I asked, teasing him. None. Tipid niyang sagot. Manang-mana talaga sa ama ang sungit. Cause you're still a baby, that's why. Huwag mo na, alright? Don't grow up too fast. I pinched her rosy cheeks. Ang laki na nila pareho. Mom, I'm not a baby anymore. Ulit niya. Stop calling me that. Niyakap ko na lang ulit siya. Baka mag-walk out eh. Nako, 7 taon pa lang naman siya. Fine, baby. Sumimangot siya. Mommy, let's go to Dada, Israela said. Tumango ako at lumapit sa kanya para dalhin ang cake na binake niya kanina. It's a half vanilla mango peach and a half black forest flavored cake. Kung paano niya ginawa ito ay hindi ko na alam. My baby is good. Great job, Israela. Komento ko. Thank you, mommy. Geov, get the party popper please. Tas ginuso ko yung nasa upuan. Okay, let's go. Sabay-sabay kaming umakyat papunta sa kwarto habang dala-dala ko ang cake. 7 a.m. pa lang ng umaga. At dahil late umuwi kagabi si Gio because of work, he's still sleeping in our room. Buti na lang at Sunday ngayon. Binuksan ni Gio ang pinto at kumpirmadong tulog pa siya. Israela is giggling. Tumakbo siya papalapit kay Gio and tried to wake him up. Kumindat naman ako kay Geov and we started to sing. Dada, woke up! Hinapas na siya ng unan ni Israela pero hindi pa nagising ang kaniyang dada. Di nagtagal ay tumawa naman si Gio and pulled Israela to hug her and kiniliti. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Tumingin siya sa amin at ngumiti. Damn, he looks so good kahit bagong gising. Naghurumintado ang puso ko. Hindi pa rin talaga ako sanay na ganun siya kahata lagi kahit bagong gising. I smiled at him. Happy birthday! Sigaw namin na kasabay nun ang pag-ulan ng confetti dahil sa party popper. Oh, this is so sweet. Thank you. Happy birthday, Dada. I love you. Israela greeted. Hinalikan siya ni Gio sa pisngi. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you too. Happy birthday, Dad. Gio greeted. Niyakap siya sa kaniyang ama. Thanks, son. And then, he looked at me, beaming. Happy birthday. Simple kong sabi tapos ngumiti. Thank you, baby. Blow your candle, Dada. Nagtatalan si Israela sa kama. Tumingin na muna siya sa akin for seconds bago niya hinipan ng kandila. He hugged me at mabilis na hinalikan sa labi. Kinurot ko siya sa tagiliran dahil sa ginawa. Nasa harap kami ng mga bata. He just chuckled. Kinuha niya ang cake sa akin. This is beautiful. Tapos tumingin siya kay Israela. He knows na gawa niya Israela. Siya lang naman ang mahilig mag-bake sa amin. Of course, Dada, for you. Niyakap ulit siya ni Israela sa leeg tapos pinaulanan ng halik sa pisngi. Niyakap niya kaming tatlo at naghagikikan. I would never get tired of this as being this family. Why is my Gio so quiet? Isisa niya kay Geov. Sumimangot naman ng baby ko. Mom called me baby dad. I am not baby anymore, right? I pinch his cheeks again. Ang cute talaga ng batang ito. Well, he still looks baby for me. Mommy, why are you calling our baby Geov baby? Natawa naman kaming mag-asawa. Magkakasundo talaga kami pagtripan si Geov minsan. Dad, sigaw niya. Oo nga, Mami. Kuya is not baby na. Kuya has a crush. Sabay kaming napalingon ni Gio sa nagtatalon pa rin na si Israela. Saan niya naman natutunan yung crush? Oh, Gio holding his chin. Tumingin ako sa anak kong namumula. Hey, Boybet, I don't have a crush. Namula pati tenga dahil sa namana niya ang kaputian ay namumula ang tenga at cheeks. Lalo na kapag nagsisinungaling o nahihiya. Binata na nga talaga ata ang anak ko, but he's just 7. Hindi pa pwedeng maging adorable baby ko na lang siya forever kahit na ang sungit-sungit niya. Wala namang kaso kung crush lang, ang sarap kasi niyang biruin minsan. Paano mo naman nasabi, Israela, ha? Is it your classmate or his classmate? Pinakilala ba siya sa'yo ng kuya? I ask. Mami, suway ni Geov. Napatalawa na lang ako ng mahina. Sa sobrang gusto niya maging matured, he does not call me mommy, palaging mom. Pero dahil sa naiinis na siya, there he called me mommy. Ayaw niya ring hinahalikan siya at niyayakap kapag hinahatid sa school. Pero dahil mapilit ako, wala na siyang magagawa. Nako tong batang to, excited lumaki. Hindi pa ako ready. Hanggat maaari, sana babies ko na lang sila forever. Do you know Akiwa, Mommy? My beautiful friend who has gray eyes? Muntik nang hindi ko magets dahil sa pagkabulol pa ni Israela. Oh, it's Akira then. Hanga naman talaga ko as anak ko. Lakas man chicks ha, at alam talaga kung sino ang pipiliin. That little girl is so charming, talkative, and beautiful. Siya at ang kambal niya. Of course, kilala ko ang mga kambala dahil sa classmate nga sila ni Israela. Tumango ako, Diyos ko po. Tumingin ako kay Gio at kumindat lang siya sa akin. Shut up, Bobwet. Inis na sabi ng kuya niya. She's not my crush. I don't even like her. Ang sungit niya. Dipinsa niya. Napataas ang kilay ko. So, sinusungitan siya ni Akira. That's cute. Ganun nga raw si Akira, may pagkasungit kapag hindi gusto o kilala ang kausap. Her twin Kera ay hindi naman ganun kasungit. Let's do something then, buddy. Para hindi kanya sungitan. Hinila siya ng dada niya and tapped his shoulder. Gio, at ano naman yung tinuturo mo sa anak mo? I arc, my bro. Boys talk. Tapos nakita kong nakipag-fist bump pa sa anak. Tumawa naman si Gio, mag-ama nga parehas moody. Fine, let's go downstairs. Baka lumamig na ang mga pagkain. Pag-aaya ko, boys talk pa eh. Anak ko rin naman niya si Geov. Dada, piggyback. Pinagbigyan naman niya ang prinsesa niya. Kinuha ko ang cake para maalalayan niya si Israela. Pinulupot niya ang isang bisig niya sa baywang ko. Nauna na si Geov sa paglalakad. I'm waiting for your gift, he whispered. Okay, let's say we're having Australia or Denmark, I said habang nakangiti. I really waited for this day to tell him what's my gift. What? Honeymoon sa Australia or Denmark? I like the idea. I love your gift already, he whispered again. He didn't get that. Hinampas ko siya ng mahina. Kinuha ko sa bulsa ko ang regalo ko na tinalian ko pa ng ribbon. Inabot ko sa kanya iyon nang makarating kami sa dining room at naibaba niya si Israela. I watched his reaction. Titig na titig siya sa piti na hawak niya. Oh, I can still remember the very first time na nalaman naming magkakaanak na kami. He was half crying and half laughing, screaming yes while punching in the air, and hugged me tight. Sobrang saya niya noon. Actually, kahit nung pinagbubuntis ko na rin si Israela, and now, his reaction is still the same. My heart is melting. We're having a baby. Again? Hindi makapaniwalang sambit niya. Tumango-tango ako. Kaya nga sabi ko, we're having Australia or Denmark eh. Since ang mga daddies namin ay mag-best friends at nakasundo na nga bansa o lugar sa isang bansa ang pinapangalan sa mga anak nila ay ginawa rin namin iyon. His name is Giov. Juvel is a town from England kung saan din sila tumira noon. At ako, Venice, Italia, probably hango sa Venice, Italy. We find it really amazing. That's why Giov Israel, ang Israela, Bailey, and names ng mga anak namin, mga bansa pero kinuha pa rin ang name ni Gio at Bailey. And this time, let's see if Australia dahil babae or Denmark kasi lalaki. Niyakap niya ako ng mahigpit, hinalikan sa noo. Thank you so much, Venice. I love you. You never failed of giving me the best gift ever. Lumuhod siya tapos hinalikan din ang tiyan ko. Hey there, little one. Dada loves you. Thank you for coming. Can't wait to see you. Hinaplos ang puson ko dahil sa ginawa niya. Tumayo siya tapos humarap sa dalawa. Guess what? We're having a new baby. For real, Dada? Tanong ni Giova na parang naiintindihan agad. He's smart. They are. Yay! Baby! Inusinting sigaw ni Israela. Kaya huwag pahirapan si Mami, okay? Tumango-tango sila. Lumapit sa akin si Gio Israel. Hinimas ang flat ko pang tiyan. I'm just 3 weeks pregnant. Hey there, little chump. Hope you're a boy. Tsaka niya ako niyakap kahit na may pagkamasong ito, sweet naman, just like his dad. Ikinulong kaming tatlo ni Gio sa mga bisig niya. Happy birthday, I love you. Bulong ko, I love you more, baby. True to his words, he gave me the world. Wala na akong mahihiling pa. Nasakay na ang lahat. I have the best drop-dead courteous mafia boss, husband, and a best father to our little angels, living life to the fullest. I'm just the happiest woman in the world because I was saved by him. The end.